And Act 2, Scene 2, a herald announces a double celebration for the loss of the Turkish fleet and for Othello's marriage. Scene 3 has Othello and Cassio.
Good Michael, looking to the guard tonight. Let's teach ourselves the honorable stuff, not to outsport discretion.
Iago will have direction what to do, but notwithstanding, with my personal eye, I will look to it.
Iago's most honest. Michael, good night. Tomorrow was your earliest, let me have speech with you. Come, my dear love. The purchase made, fruits are to ensue, that profits yet to come between you, me, and you. Good night.
Enter Iago. Welcome, Iago. We must to the watch.
Not this hour, Lieutenant. It's not yet 10 o'clock. Our general cast us thus early for the love of his Desdemona, who let us not therefore blame. He hath not yet made wanton the night with her, and she is sport for Jove.
She's a most exquisite lady.
And I'll warrant her full pain.
Indeed, she's a most fresh and delicate creature.
What an eye she has! Methinks it sounds a parley to provocation.
An inviting eye, and yet methinks might modest.
And when she speaks, is it not alarum to love?
She is indeed perfection.
Well, happiness to their sheets. Come, Lieutenant, I have a stoup of wine, and here without are a brace of Cyprus gallants that would fain have a measure to the health of Black Othello.
Ah, not tonight, good Iago. I have unhappy brains for drinking. I could well wish courtesy would invent some other custom of entertainment.
Oh, there are friends. But one cup. I'll drink for you.
I had drunk but one cup tonight, and there was carefully qualified too. And behold, what innovation it makes here. I have unfortunate in the infirmity, and dare not task my weakness with any more.
What, man? It's a night of revels. The gallants desire it.
Where are they?
Here at the door. I pray you call them in.
I'll do it, but it dislikes me.
If I can fasten but one cup upon him with that which he hath drunk already tonight, he'll be as full of quarrel and offence as my young mistress' dog. Now, my sick fool Rodrigo, whom love has turned almost the wrong side out to Desdemona, hath tonight caroused potations potted deep, and he's to watch the 3 lads of Cyprus, noble, swelling spirits that hold their honours in a wary distance, the very elements of this warlike isle, have I tonight flustered with flowing cups, and they watch too. Now, amongst this flock of drunkards, am I to put our Cassio in some action that may offend the isle? But here they come. If consequence do but approve my dream, my boat sails freely, both with wind and stream.
For God, they have given me a rouse already. Good faith, little one, thou pass the pint, as I am a soldier.
Some wine, ho, and let the canakin clink, let the canakin clink, the soldier man, let's let the soldier drink. Come on, boys.
Now, for God, an excellent song.
I learned it in England, where indeed they are most potent in potting. The Dane, your German, and your swag-bellied Hollander drink. Oh, nothing to your English.
Is your Englishman so expert in his drinking?
Why, he drinks you with facility, your Dane dead drunk. He sweats not to overthrow your Almain. He gives your Hollander a vomit, ere the next pottle can be filled.
To the help of our general. I am for it, Lieutenant, and I'll do you justice.
Oh, sweet England! When Stephen was away, he peeled his beak, cost him but a crown. He held him sixpence all too dear, with that he'll call the tailor down. He was a wight of high renown, and thou art but of low degree. 'Tis pride that pulls the country down. Then take thine old cloak about thee. Some wine, ho!
Why, this is a more excellent song than the other.
Will you hear it again?
No, for I am hold him to the unworthy of his place that does those things. Well, God's above all, and there be souls be saved, and there is souls must not be saved.
It is true, good lieutenant.
For my own part, no offense to the general or any man of quality, I hope to be saved.
And so do I too, Lieutenant.
Aye, but by your leave, not before me. The lieutenant is to be saved before the ancient. Let's have no more of this. Let's to our affair. God forgive us our sins. And gentlemen, let's look out to our business. Do not think, gentlemen, that I am drunk. This is my ancient, and this is my right hand, and this is my left. I am not drunk now. I can attend well enough and speak well enough.
Excellent, Will.
Excellent, Will, yes. Well, then, you must not think, then, that I am drunk. To the platform, masters, come. Let's set the watch.
You see this fellow that has gone before. He's a soldier, fit to stand by Caesar and give direction. And do but see his vice. 'Tis to his virtue a just equinox. The one as long as the other. The pity of him, I fear the trust Othello puts in him. And some odd time of his infirmity will shake this island.
But is he often thus?
'Tis evermore the prologue to his sleep. He'll watch the horologe a double set, his drink rock not his cradle.
It were well the general were put in mind of it. Perhaps he sees it not, for his good nature prizes the virtue that appears in Cassio, and looks not on his evils. Is not this true?
Stand now, Rodrigo, I pray you, after the lieutenant, go.
Oh, and it is great pity that the noble Moor should hazard such a place in his only second with one of his ingraft infirmity. And it were an honest action to say so to the Moor.
Not I, for this fair island I do love Cassio well, and would do much to cure him of this evil. But hark, what noise?
Help! Help!
Help!
Zounds, you rogue! You rascal! Oh, that was your line. What's the matter, Lieutenant? A knave teach me my duty, but I'll bear the knave into a biggest twig in that bottle.
Beat me!
Nah, those prate, rogue. Oh, my goodness, Lieutenant. I pray you, sir, hold your hand. Let me go, sir. I'll knock you o'er the mazzard. Oh, come, you're drunk. Oh, drunk.
Away, I say, go out and cry mutiny. Nay, good lieutenant, God's will, gentlemen, help, help. Lieutenant, sir, Montano, help. Master, here's a goodly watch indeed. Ding, 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 ding. Who's that which rings the bell? Down below, ho! The town will rise, God's will. Lieutenant, hold, will you be shamed forever?
What is the matter here?
Zounds, I bleed still. I am hurt to the death.
Hold for your lives.
Hold, Lieutenant, Sir Montano, gentlemen, have you forgot all sense and place of duty? Hold! The general speaks to you. Hold for shame.
Why? How? From whence ariseth this? Are we turned Turks, and to ourselves do that which heaven hath forbid the Ottomites? For Christian shame, that by this barbarous brawl, he that skirts next to the cause of his own rage holds his soul's life. He dies upon his motion. Silence that gentle bell, it frights the isle from her propriety. What is the matter, masters? Honest Iago, that looks dead with grieving. Speak, what began this? On thy love I charge thee.
I do not know. Friends, all but now, even now, in quarter and in terms like bride and groom, divesting them for bed, and then, but now, as if some planet had unwitted men, swords out and tilting at one another's breast in opposition bloody, I cannot speak any beginning to this peevish odds, and would in action glorious I had lost those legs that brought me to a part of it.
How comes it, Michael, that you are thus forgot?
I pray you, pardon me. I cannot speak.
Worthy Montano, you were brought to be civil. The gravity and stillness of your youth the world hath noted, and your name is great in mouths of wisest censure. What's the matter that you unlace your reputation thus, and spend your rich opinion for the name of night brawler? Give me the answer to it.
Worthy Othello, I am hurt to danger. Your officer Iago can inform you, and I spare speech, which something now offends me. Of all that I had known, I know not, and by me that said and done, smiles this night, unless self-charity be sometimes a vice, or to be defend ourselves, it shall be a sin, which violence assails us.
Oh, by heaven, my blood begins to say safer guides to rule, and passion, having best judgment solid, essays to lead the way. Zounds, if I stir, or do but lift this arm, the best of you shall sink in my rebuke. Give me to know how this foul rout began, who set it on, and he that is approved in this offence, though he have twinned with me, both at birth, shall lose me. What? In a town of war, yet while the people tossed, brimful of fear, to manage private and domestic quarrel in night, and to the court in guard of safety? 'Tis monstrous. Iago, who began?
It partially find itself to leaguered in office, and that does deliver more or less than truth. That set and the soldier.
Touch me not so near. I'd rather have this tongue cut from my mouth than it should do offense to Michael Cassio. Yet I persuade myself to speak the truth. Shall nothing wrong him? Thus it is, General. Montano and myself being in speech, there comes Othello crying out for help, and Cassio following him with determined sword to execute upon him. Sir, this gentleman steps into Cassio and entreats his pause, myself the crying fellow to pursue, lest by his clamor, as it so fell out, the town might fall in fright. He, swift of foot, outran my purpose, and I returned, or rather, for that I heard the clink and fall of swords, and Cassio high in oath, which till tonight I ne'er might say before. When I came back, for this was brief, I found them close together, a blow and thrust, even as again they were when you yourself did part them. More of this matter can I not report, but men are men. At best sometimes forget, though Cassio did some little wrong to him, as men in rage strike those that wish them best. Yet surely Cassio, I believe, received from him that fled some strange indignity which patience could not pass.
I know, Iago. That honesty and love of mine just mince with matter, making it light to Cassio. Cassio, I love thee, but never be officer of mine. Oh, look, if my gentle love be not raised up, I'll make thee an example.
What's the matter, dear?
All's well now, sweetie. Come away to bed. Sir, for your hurts, myself will be your surgeon. Lead him off. Iago, look with care about the town and silence those whom this vow draw distracted. Come, Desdemona. 'Tis the soldier's life to have their balmy slumbers wake with strife.
What, are you hurt, Lieutenant?
I passed all surgery.
No, heaven forbid.
Reputation. Oh, I have lost my reputation. I have lost the immortal part of myself, and what remains is bestial. Oh, my reputation, Iago, my reputation.
But I am an honest man. I thought you had received some bodily wound. There's more sense in that than in reputation. Reputation is an idle and most false imposition, oft got without merit and lost without deserving. You have lost no reputation at all unless you repute yourself such a loser. What, man? There are ways to recover the general again. You are but now cast in his mood, a punishment more in policy than in malice. Even so, if one would beat his offenseless dog to affright an imperious lion, soothe him again, he's yours.
I am rather suited to be despised than to deceive good a commander with so slight, so drunken, and so indiscreet in an officer. Drunk, and speak parrot, and squabble, and swagger, and swear, and discourse fustian with one's own shadow. Oh no, thou invisible spirit of wine, if thou hast no name to be known by, let us call thee devil.
What was he that you followed with your sword? What have you done to him?
I lost where I am. I'm drunk so much.
Line 280?
I don't have that line.
You don't have
Read next speech.
Okay, well, my speech before it is, what was he that you followed with your sword? What did you say to him?
I know not.
Is it possible?
I remember a mass of things, but nothing distinctly. A quarrel, but nothing wherefore. Oh God, that men should put an enemy in their mouths to steal away their brains. Oh, that we should, with our pleasant revel and applause, and transform ourselves into beasts.
Why, but you are now well enough. How came you thus recovered?
Oh, it hath pleased the devil drunkenness to give place to the devil wrath, and one unperfectness throws the other to make me frankly despise myself.
You are too severe a moral. As the time, the place, and the condition of this country stands, I could hardly wish that this had not befallen, but since it has as it is, Mend it for your own good.
I will ask him for my place again, and he shall tell me that I am a drunkard. Well, had I as many mouths as a hydra, such an answer would stop them all. Oh, to be now a sensible man, by and by a fool, and presently a beast. Oh, strange! Every inordinate cup is unblessed, and the ingredient is a devil.
Come. Good wine is a good familiar creature if it is well used. Exclaim no more against it. And, Lieutenant, I think you think I love you.
I know. I have well approved it, sir. I'm drunk.
You or any living man living may be drunk at some time, and I'll tell you what you shall do. Our general's wife is now the general. I may say so in this respect, for that he hath devoted and given of himself to the contemplation, mark, and denotement of her parts and graces. Confess yourself freely to her, importune her. She'll help to put you in your place again. She is of so free, so kind, so apt, so blessed a disposition, that she holds it a vice in her goodness not to do more than she is requested. This broken joint between you and her husband, entreat her to splinter, and my fortunes against any lay worth naming, this crack of your love shall go stronger than it was before.
Oh, you advise me well.
I protest in the sincerity of love and honest kindness.
I think it freely, and betides in the morning I will beseech the virtuous Desdemona to undertake for me. I am desperate of my fortunes if they check me here.
You're running the right. Good night, Lieutenant. I must to the watch.
Good night, honest Iago.
And what's he then that says I play the villain? When this advice is free, I give and honest. Probable to thinking, and indeed the course to win the Moor again. For it is most easy the inclining Desdemona to subdue in any honest suit. She's framed as fruitful as the free elements. And then for her to win the Moor, were to renounce his baptism, all the seals and symbols of redeemed sin. His soul is so unfettered to her love that she may make, unmake, do what she list, even as her appetite shall obey the God with his weak function. How am I then again? To counsel Cassio to this higher course, directly to his good? The divinity of hell, when devils will their blackest sins put on, they do suggest it first with heavenly shows, as I do now. For while this honest fool plies Desdemona to repair his fortunes, and she for him pleads strongly to the Moor, I'll pour this pestilence into his ear, that she repeals him for her body's lust, and by how much she'd strive to do him good, she shall undo her credit with the Moor. So will I turn her virtue into pitch, and out of her own goodness make the net that shall enmesh them all. Does he go? Okay, re-enter Rodrigo. Oh no, Rodrigo.
I do follow here in the chase. Not like a hound that hunts, but one that fills up the cry. My money is almost spent, and I've been tonight exceedingly well cudgeled, and I think the issue will be I shall have so much experience for my pains, and so, with no money at all, and a little more wit, return again to Venice.
How poor are they that have not patience! What wound did ever heal but by degrees? Thou knowest we work by wit and not by witchcraft. and wit depends on dilatory time. Does it not go well? Cassio hath beaten thee, and thou by that small herd hast cashiered Cassio. Though other things grow fair against the sun, yet fruits that blossom first will first be ripe. Content himself aloud. By the mast 'tis morning, pleasure and action make the hours seem short. Retire thee, go where thou art billeted. Away, I say, thou shalt no more hereafter. Nay, get thee gone. Two things are to be. My wife must move for Cassio to her mistress, or separate. Myself the while would draw the Moor apart, and bring him jump when he may Cassio find soliciting his wife. That's the way. They'll not device by coldness and delay.
All the play this afternoon. We need a clown to speak. There he is. We got a clown coming up here.
Othello Part 2.
So put on your British accent there.
Oh,
you ready?
Okay, British, not Scottish, not Japanese. Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Masters, play here. You will content your pains and something that's brief, and bid good morrow, General.
Oh, that says that your instruments that they speak of the nose dots.
How, sir, how?
On these, I pray you, wind instruments.
Aye, marry, are they, sir?
Oh, there by hangs the tail.
Whereby hangs the tail, sir?
Oh, marry, sir, by many good wind instruments that I know. What, Arthur? Here's money for you. And the general so likes your music that he desires you, for love's sake, to make no more noise on it.
Well, sir, we will not.
And if you have any music that may not be heard, you do it again. But, as they say, to hear music the general does not greatly care.
We have none such, sir.
Well, then put up your pipes in your bag, for I'll away. Go, vanish into the air, away.
Dost thou hear, my honest friend?
No, I hear not your honest friend, I hear you.
Ah, prithee, keep up thy quillets. There's a poor piece of gold, and this is for thee. If the gentlewoman that attends the general's wife be stirring, tell her that there's one Cassio that entreats her a little favor of speech. Will you do this for me?
She is stirring, sir. If you will stir hither, I seem to notify her.
Oh, do good, my friend.
Exit.
That's it, it's all. In happy time, Iago.
You have not been abed then.
Oh, I know. The day had broke before we parted. I have made bold, Iago, to send in to your wife. My suit to her is that she will to virtuous Desdemona procure me some access.
I'll send her to you presently, and I'll devise a mean to draw the Moor out of the way, that your converse and business may be more free.
I humbly thank you, Sir Lord. I never knew a Florentine more kind and honest. Ruby.
I lost my screen. Sorry.
We're reading Othello tonight.
When I left, I lost my. Hold on. Good morrow.
Yep.
Good morrow, good lieutenant. I am sorry for your displeasure, but all will sure be well. The general and his wife are talking of it, and she speaks for you stoutly. The Moor replies that he who heard is of a great fame in Cyprus, and great affinity, that in wholesome wisdom He might not but refuse you, but he protests he loves you and needs no other suitor but his likings to take the safest occasion by the front to bring you in again.
Yet I beseech you, if you think fit, or that it may be done, give me some advantage of some brief discourse with Desdemona alone.
Pray you, come in. I will bestow you where you will have time to speak your bosom freely.
I am much bound to you.
These letters give Iago to the pilot, and by him do my duties to the Senate. That done, I will be walking on the works. Prepare there to me.
Well, my good lord, I'll do it.
This fortification, gentlemen, shall we see to it?
We wait for you.
Desdemona, scene 3.
Be thou assured, good Cassio, I will do all my abilities in thy behalf.
Good madam, do. I warrant it grieves my husband, and is it the case for his?
Oh, that's an honest fellow. Do not doubt, Cassio, but I will have my lord and you again as friendly as you were.
Oh, bounteous madam, whatever shall become of Michael Cassio, that he never anything but your true servant.
I know it. I thank you. You do love my lord. You have known him long, and you be well assured he shall in strangeness stand no farther off than in a polite distance.
Aye, but lady, that policy may either so long or feed against such nice and waterish diet, or breed itself so out of circumstance that I, being absent and my place supplied, my general will forget thy love and service.
Do not doubt that. Before Amelia here, I'll give thee warrant of thy place. Assure thee, if I do vow a friendship, I'll perform it to the last article. My lord shall never rest. I'll watch him tame and talk him out of patience. His bed shall seem a school, his board a shrift. I'll intermingle everything he does with Cassio's suit. Therefore be merry, Cassio, for thy solicitor shall rather die than give thy cause away.
Madam, here comes my lord.
Madam, I'll take my leave.
Why stay and hear me speak?
Oh, madam, not now. I am very ill at ease, unfit for mine own purposes.
Well, do your discretion.
I like not that.
What dost thou say?
No, my lord, I know not that.
Was that not Cassio parted from my wife?
Cassio, my lord? Not sure. I cannot think it that he would feel away so guilty like, seeing you coming.
I do believe it was he.
Why then? Oh, yes. How now, my lord? I have been talking with a suitor here, a man that languishes in your displeasure.
Who is it you mean?
Why, your lieutenant Cassio. Good my lord, if I have any grace or power to move you, this present reconciliation take, for if he be not one that truly loves you, that errs in ignorance and not in cunning, I have no judgment in an honest face. I prithee, call him back.
Went he hence now?
Aye, sooth, so humbled that he had left part of his grief with me, to suffer with him. Good love, call him back.
Well, not now, sweet Desdemona, some other time.
But shall it be shortly?
Well, as soon as, sweet, for you.
Shall it be by supper tonight?
No, not tonight.
Tomorrow dinner, then?
I shall not dine at home. I meet captains at the city block.
Why then, tomorrow night or Tuesday morn? On Tuesday noon or night or Wednesday morn? I prithee name the time, but let it not exceed 3 days. In faith, he's penitent, and yet his trespass in our common reason, save that they say the wars must make example out of her best, is not almost a fault to incur a private check. When shall he come? Tell me, Othello. I wonder in my soul what you asked me that I should deny or stand so murmuring on. What? Michael Cassio that came a wooing with you, and so many a time, when I spoke of you dispraisingly, had ta'en your part, to have so much to do to bring him in. Trust me, I could do much.
But really, no more. Let him come when he will. I will deny thee nothing.
Why, this is not a boon. 'Tis as I should entreat you wear your gloves, or feed on nourishing dishes, or keep you warm, or so to you to do a particular profit to your own person. Nay, when I have a suit, wherein I mean to touch your love indeed, I shall be full of poise and difficult weight, and fearful to be granted.
I will deny thee nothing. Whereon I do beseech thee grant me this, to leave me but a little to myself.
Shall I deny you? No. Farewell, my lord.
Farewell, my Desdemona. I'll come to thee straight.
Emilia, come. Be as your fancies teach you. Whate'er you be, I am obedient.
Excellent wretch. Perdition tax my soul, but I do love thee. And when I love thee not, chaos is coming again.
My noble lord,
What dost thou say, Iago?
did Michael Cassio, when you wooed my lady, know of your love?
He did, from first to last. Why dost thou ask?
For the satisfaction of my thoughts, no further harm.
Why of thy thought, Iago?
I did not think he had been acquainted with her.
Oh, yes, and went between us very often.
Indeed.
Indeed, indeed, Desdemona ought thou discern thou ought in that. Is he not honest?
Honest, my lord?
Honest, aye, honest.
My lord, for all I know,
What dost thou think?
think, my lord?
Think, my lord? Oh, heaven, by heaven, thou echoes me, as if there were some monster in thy thought, too hideous to be shown. Thou dost mean something. I heard thee say, even now, thou likest not that, when Cassio left my wife. What didst not like? And when I told thee he was of my counsel, in the whole course of wooing, thou criedst, indeed, and didst contract and purse thy brow together. And if thou hadst shut up in thy brain some horrible conceit, if thou dost love me, show me thy thought.
My lord, you know I love you.
Well, I think thou dost. And for I know thou art full of love and honesty, and weighed reward before thou givest them perhaps. Therefore these stuffs of thine fright me the more. For such things a false disloyal knave are tricks of custom, but in a man that the just their toast dilations, working from the heart, where the passion cannot rule.
For Michael Cassio, I dare be sworn, I think that he's honest.
Well, I think so too.
Men should be what they seem, or those that be not, would they might seem none.
Well, certain men should be what they be.
Well then, I think Cassio's an honest man.
Nay, there was more to this, more to this. I prithee, speak to me as to thy thinkings, as thou dost ruminate and give thy worst of thoughts to worst of words.
Good my lord, pardon me, though I'm bound to every act of duty, I am not bound to that all slaves are free to. Utter my thoughts, why, say they are vile and false, as well as that palace wherein two foul things sometimes intrude not. Who has a breast so pure, but some uncleanly apprehensions keep leets and law days and in sessions sit with meditations lawful?
Thou dost conspire against my friend Iago. Thou dost what again? Thou dost conspire against thy friend Iago, if thou dost think him wrong and makes his ear a stranger to thy thoughts.
I do beseech you, though I perchance am vicious in my guess. As I confess, it is my nature's plague to spy into abuses, and oft my jealousy shapes faults that are not. That your wisdom yet from one that so imperfectly conceits would take no notice, nor build yourself a trouble out of this his scattering and unsure observance. It were not for your quiet, nor your good, nor my manhood, honesty, and wisdom to let you know my thoughts.
Jones, what dost thou mean?
Good name in man and woman, dear my lord, is the immediate jewel of their souls. Who steals my purse, steals trash, steals something nothing. 'Tis mine, 'tis his, I'm slave to thousands, but he that filches from me my good name robs me of that which not enriches him, and makes me poor indeed.
By heaven, I will know thy thoughts.
You cannot if my heart were in your hand, nor shall not whilst it is in my custody.
Huh?
No, beware, my lord, of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on. The cuckold lives in bliss, who, certain of his fate, loved not his wronger. But oh, what damned minutes tells he o'er, who dotes yet doubts, suspects yet soundly loves.
Misery!
Oh, poor and content is rich, and rich enough. But riches, fineness, is as poor as winter to him that ever fears he shall be poor. Would heaven the souls of all my tribe defend from jealousy?
Why? Why is this? Thinkst thou I'd make a life of jealousy? To follow the still the changes of the moon with fresh suspicion? No! To be once in the doubt and once to be resolved. Exchange me for a goat, when I shall turn the business of my soul to such extuplicate and blown surmises, marching thy influence. 'Tis not to make me jealous, to say my wife is fair, feeds well, loves company, is free in speech, sings, plays, and dances well, while virtue is, these are more virtuous. Not from mine own weak merits will I draw the smallest fear or doubt of her report. For she had eyes and chose me. No, Iago, I'll see before I doubt. And when I doubt, prove, and in the proof there is no more but this. Away at once with love and jealousy.
I'm glad of it, for now I shall have reason to show the love and duty that I bear you with frankest spirit. Therefore, as I am bound, receive it from me. I speak not yet of proofs. Look to your wife. Observe her well with Cassio. Wear your eye thus, not jealous, not secure. I would not have your free and noble nature out of self-bounty be abused. Look to it, out of self-bounty be abused. Or look to it. I know our country disposition well. In Venice, they do let heaven see the pranks they dare not show their husbands. Their best conscience is not to leave it undone, but keep it unknown.
Dost thou say so?
She did deceive her father, marrying you, and when she seemed to shake and fear your looks, she loved them most.
And so she did.
Why go to that? She that so young could give out such a seeming, to seal her father's eyes up, close as oak. We thought 'twas witchcraft, but I am much to blame. I humbly beseech you of your pardon for too much loving you.
I am bound to thee forever.
I see this hath a little dashed the spirits.
Not a jot, not a jot.
Trust me, I fear it has. I hope you will consider what is spoke comes from my love, but I do see you removed. I am to pray you not to strain my speech to grosser issues, nor to larger reach than to suspicion.
I will not.
Should you do so, my lord, my speech should fall to such vile success as my thought may not act. Cassio is my worthy friend, my lord, I see you.
No, Not much moved, I do not think, but Desdemona was honest.
Long live she so, and long live you to think so.
And yet, how nature erring from itself.
There's the point. As to be bold with you, not to affect many proposed matches of her own fine complexion and degree, whereto we see in all things nature tends, but one may smell in such a will most rank, foul disproportion, thoughts unnatural. Partly, I do not in position distinctly speak of her, though I may fear her will, recoiling to her better judgment, may fall to match you with her country forms, and happily repent.
Well. If more thou dost perceive, let me know more. Set on thy wife to observe. Leave me, Iago.
My lord, I take my leave.
Why did I marry? This honest creature doubtless sees and knows much more than he unfolds.
My lord, I would I might entreat your honor to scan this thing no further. Leave it to time, although 'tis fit that Cassio have his place, for sure he fills it up with great ability. Yet, if you please to hold him off a while, you shall by that perceive him in his need. Note of your lady's strange entertainment with any strong or vehement importunity, more will be seen. In the meantime, let me be thought too busy in my fears, as worthy cause I have to fear I am, and hold her free. I do beseech your honor.
Fear not my government.
I once more take my leave.
This fellow supersedes honesty and knows all equality with the learned spirit of human beings. If I do prove her haggard, though that her jest were my dear heartstrings, I'll listen more off and let her down the wind to pray at fortune. Happily, for I am black, and have not these soft parts of conversation these chambers have, for I am declined into the vale of years. Yet that's not much. She's gone. I am abused, and my relief must be too low. Oh, curse of marriage, that we can call each delicate creatures ours, and not their appetites. I'd rather be a toad and live upon the vapor of a dungeon than keep a corner of the thing I love for others' uses. Yet 'tis the plague of great ones. Prerogative are they, the less than the base. Is destiny unshunable, like death. Even then, this fourth plague is fated to me when we do quicken. Oh, look where she comes. If she be false, then heaven mock itself. I'll not believe it.
Oh, now, my dear Othello, your dinner in the generous islanders by you invited, do attend your presence.
I am to blame.
Why do you speak so faintly? Are you not well?
I have a pain upon my forehead here.
Why, that's with watching. 'Twill away again, but let me bind it hard within this hour. It will be well.
Your napkin is too little. Let it alone. Come, I'll go in with you.
I am very sorry that you are not well.
I am glad I have found this napkin. This was her first remembrance from the war. My wayward husband hath 100 times wooed me to steal it, but she so loves the token, for he conjured her she should ever keep it, that she reserves evermore about her, to kiss and talk to. I'll have the work ta'en out, and give to tomorrow. What he will do with it, heaven knows, not I. I nothing but to please his fantasy.
Now, what do you do here alone?
Do not you chide. I have a thing for you.
A thing for me? It's a common thing.
Ah!
To have a foolish wife.
Oh, is that all? What will you give me now for the same handkerchief?
What handkerchief?
What handkerchief? Why, that the Moor first gave to Desdemona. That which so often you did me to steal.
That's stolen from her.
No, Biggs. She let it drop by negligence and the advantage. I being here took it up. Look, here it is.
Good wench. Give it to me.
What will you do with it? That you have been so earnest to have me filch it.
Why, what's that to you?
If it be not for some purpose of import, give it me again. Poor lady, she'll run mad when she shall lack it.
Be not a noun on it, I'll have use for it. Go, leave me. I will in Cassio's lodging lose this napkin, and let him find it. Trifles light as air are to the jealous, confirmation strong as proofs of holy writ. This may do something. A Moor already changes with my person. Dangerous conceits are in their nature's presence, which at the first are scarce found to distaste, but with a little act upon the blood, burn like the mines of sulphur. I would say so. Look where he comes. Not poppy, not mandragora, nor all the drowsy syrups of the world shall ever medicine thee for that sweet sleep which thou ooged yesterday.
False to me.
Why, how now, General, no more of that?
Come on, big cards that would set me on the rack. I swear it was better to be much abused than to be known little.
Oh, no, my lord.
What sense had I in her stolen hours of lust? I saw it not, thought it not. It harmed not me. I slept the next night well, fed well, was free and merry. I found out Cassio's kisses on her lips. He that is robbed, not wanting what is stolen, let him not know it, and he's not robbed at all.
Sorry to hear this.
I had been happy, and the general camp, pioneers and all, had tasted her sweet body, though I had nothing known. Oh, now, forever farewell the tranquil mind, farewell content, farewell the plumed troops and the big wars that make ambition virtue. Oh, farewell! Farewell the neighing steed and the shrill trump, the spirit-stirring drum and the ear-piercing pipe, the royal banner and all equality, pride, pomp, and circumstance of glorious war. And you, O mortal engines, whose rude throats the immortal Jove's dread clamors counterfeit. Farewell, Othello's occupation gone.
Is it possible? No.
Villain, be sure thou prove thy love a whore. Be sure of it. Give me the ocular proof, or by the worth of mine eternal soul, thou hast been better, been born a dog, than answer my weak wrath.
Is it come to this?
Make me see it, or, at the least, show proof that the probation bear no lung, hinge, nor loop to hang a doubting. O woe upon thy life!
My noble lord.
If thou dost slander her and torture me, never pray more. Abandon all remorse. On horror's head, horrors accumulate. Do deeds that make the heaven weep, all earth amazed. For nothing canst thou to damnation add greater than that.
Oh, grace. Oh, heaven forgive me. Are you a man? Are you a soul or a sense? God be with you. Take mine office. Oh, wretched fool that lives to make thine honesty a vice. Oh, monstrous world. Take note, O world. To be direct and honest is not safe. I thank you for this profit, and from hence I'll love no friend, sith love breed such offense.
Nay, stay, nay, thou shouldst be honest.
I should be wise, for honesty's a fool and loses that it works for.
But by the world, I think that my wife be honest, and think she is not. I think that thou art just, and think thou art not. I'll have some proof. Her name, that which is refreshes behind village, is now begrimed and black as mine own face. If there be cords or knives, poison or fire, or suffocating streams, I'll not endure it. Would I was satisfied!
I see, sir, you are eaten up with passion. I do repent me that I put it to you. You would be satisfied?
Would? Nay, and I will.
And may. But how? How satisfied, my lord? Would you, the supervisor, grossly gape on, behold her tucked?
Death and damnation. Oh,
It were a tedious difficulty, I think, to bring them to that prospect. Damn them, then, if ever mortal eyes do see them bolster more than their own. What then? How then? What shall I say? Where is satisfaction? It is impossible you should see this. Were they as prime as goats, as hot as monkeys, as salt as wolves in pride, and fools as gross as ignorance made drunk? But yet, I say, if imputation and strong circumstances which lead directly to the door of truth will give you satisfaction, you might have it.
Give me a living reason she's disloyal.
I do not like the office, but since I am entered in the cause so far, pricked to it by foolish honesty and love, I will go on. I lay with Cassio lately, and being troubled with a raging tooth, I could not sleep. There are a kind of men so loose of soul that in their sleeps will mutter their affairs. One of this kind is Cassio. In sleep I heard him say, "Sweet Desdemona, let us be wary, let us hide our loves." And then, sir, he grip and wring my hand and cry, "Oh, sweet creature," and then kiss me hard as if plucked up kisses by the roots that grew upon my lips. And then he laid his leg over my thigh and sighed and kissed, and then cried, "Cursed fate that gave thee to the Moor."
Oh, monstrous, monstrous!
Nay, this was but a stream.
Oh, but it was the denoted foregone conclusion. Here's a true doubt toward the dream, and this may help to thicken other proofs. Oh no, sorry, it's yours.
And this may help to thicken other proofs that do demonstrate good.
I'll tear her all to pieces.
Nay, but be wise, yet we see nothing done. She may be honest yet. Tell me but this. Have you not sometimes seen a handkerchief spotted with strawberries in your wife's hand?
I gave her such a one. It was my first gift.
I know not that, but such a handkerchief, I am sure it was your wife, did I today see Cassio wipe his beard with.
If it be that,
If it be that, or any that was hers, it speaks against her with the other proof.
oh, that the slave with 40,000 lives, one is too poor, too weak for my revenge. Now do I see 'tis true. Look here, Iago. All my fond love, thus do I blow to heavens. 'Tis gone. Arise, black vengeance, from the hollow hell. Yield up, O love, to the crowned and neared theme, O tyrannous hate. Swell bosom with thy fraught, for 'tis full of aspects, tongues.
Yet be content.
Oh, blood, blood, blood!
Patience, I say, your mind perhaps may change.
Never, Iago, like to the Pontic sea, whose icy currents and compulsive course ne'er to retiring ebb, but keeps due on to the Pontic and the Hellespont. Even so, my bloody thoughts with violent pace shall never look back, never ebb to humble love, till that capable and wide revenge swallow them up. Now, by yon marble in heaven, in the due reverence of the sacred vow, I here engage my words.
Do not rise yet. Witness, you ever-burning lights above, you elements that clip us round about, witness that here Iago doth give up the execution of his wit, hands, heart, to wronged Othello's service. Let him command, and to obey shall be in me remorse. What bloody business ever.
I greet thy love. not with vain thanks, but with acceptance bounteous, and will upon the instant put thee to it. Within these 3 days, let me hear thee say that Cassio's not alive.
My friend is dead, is done at your request, but let her live.
Damn her, lewd minx. Oh, damn her, damn her. Come, go with me apart. I will withdraw to furnish me with some swift means of death for the fair devil. Now art thou my lieutenant.
I am your own forever.
Aloha, hang loose.
Shit.